Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom. Peace be unto you and have a peaceful Sabbath. JJ checking in. Hey family, how's everybody feeling? Still a lot going on. Federal troops are going into some places, still riots. We're on the threshold of an election. Our nation is still very polarized, very extreme beliefs and views. But more than any time in history, it's important to be able to discern what God is saying in the truth. Because one of the characteristics, as I shared with you in the past 3 videos in Matthew 24, great deception in the end days, the last days, is going to be great deception. It's going to be in the church, it's going to be everywhere. So it's important for you to be able to discern the truth for yourself. And God knew that these times would come, and He made preparations for us. So who remembers our foundational scripture that we're basing this information on? Somebody was listening. Yes, Genesis 1:14, which says, "Then God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons." And if you did your homework, you know that the word signs in Hebrew is oath, and it means for signals, for omens, and warnings. And you know, seasons means basically divine appointments, when God is going to intersect in human history. So that's your foundation. If people dispute it or they don't believe it, that's why you can believe that the signs in the seventh and the heavens were set up to give us signals and to notify us of divine appointments. So are you aware of some of the activity in heaven? Did you know that we've had 3 eclipses so far this year? It came in January the 10th through the 11th, and then June 5th through the 6th, and the last one was July 4th and the 5th. And the final one this year will be November 29th and 30th. Also, we have a comet in our atmosphere. It's actually exiting now, but they discovered it's called Neowise, and they discovered Neowise on March 27th, 2020. And it is exiting our atmosphere, but it was closest to our atmosphere July 22nd, 23rd. You can see with the naked eye. You might be able to still catch a glimpse of it with high-powered binoculars. But some of the unique characteristics of Neowise is it's 3 miles wide. It only occurs every 6,800 years. So if you missed it, sorry you won't see it again. Not this side of glory, but on the other side you might see it all the time. And it's moving approximately 400,000 miles per hour. And so as a comet also approaches the sun, it grows a tail. So it has two tails on it, on the comet. Now, you might ask, so how are we going to learn? How am I going to find out about decoding the heavens? That seems like such a big thing. Well, personally, I'm going to start simple. And again, for those of you who are tuning into my videos, I am a seeker on my spiritual path to reach a higher level, just like you. And I'm hoping that I can set up a platform and a place online where we can all come together. People can ask questions, bring information. I'm hoping, as I develop my YouTube channel, to attract wise men and women and different experts to come on and videotape or interview people. So we're learning together. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to start gazing at the sky. I'm going to start just looking up. I don't know if you were aware, like in July, Venus, the planet Venus was, you could see it with the naked eye. And then as August came in, you could see Saturn and Jupiter in the sky. So I'm going to start stargazing, and I'm also going to start reading news stories and articles about what's happening in the heavenlies. And also, I want to start photographing the moon. I've always wanted to do that. So there are also some websites that can help you with this. The first two are more for beginners, which is what I'm using the most. And the third is for advanced, for anybody that wants to go there. I'm not going to limit anybody, but it's just more advanced. And the first two are based on the almanacs. The first website is almanac, almanac.com, almanac.com. And on my YouTube version, the longer extended version of these videos, I will post the link, but you can Google it. And that is based on the original Farmer's Almanac that originated in 1792. And the other is based on the other Farmer's Almanac. It's called Farmer's Almanac. The first one's Almanac, farmersalmanac.com. And it originated 1818, about 30 years later. But basically, they're very similar. They tell you about astronomy, phases of the moon, eclipse dates, sunrise, sunset, meteor showers, the tides chart, weathers and forecasts. They have comprehensive garden guides, great, and fishing calendars. So that's very interesting. And it's a great website for children to use too. Just lots of information, and some are very colorful. Now between the two, they're really similar. The most recent, the Farmer's Almanac, it seems to have more of an extensive fishing guide. So for you people that want to fish, you know, that might be, but they're both great. And the third website is the NASA website, eclipsegsf.net, NASA. Again, I don't expect you to be able to write down this link. Just Google it, and then when I produce the longer video for my channel, I'll have it posted. Now this is where they catalog 5,000 years of eclipse dates, 5 millenniums of eclipses. And this is where Pastor Mark Biltz found the pattern and the connection between eclipses and holy feasts. They call them Jewish feasts, he said, but that's a misnomer. They're God's feasts. It's just that Jewish people kept the feast. And that's the start and the inspiration for writing his book, Blood Moons, Decoding the Heavenly Signs. And so what he found is that in 2014, there was a tetrad. A tetrad is 4 blood moons eclipses in a row. And he found out that those eclipses in 2014 landed on Passover and Feast of Tabernacles, 2014. In 2015, it landed on Passover and Feast of Tabernacles. Now, what is the chance of that? It's rare to have a tetrad period, and to land on a Jewish feast both times and repeat it the next year. Well, the little bit that I know that there's a principle that God says where things, with 2 or more, by the mouth of 2 to 3 witnesses, a thing is established. So that was repeated. Now, the last time that there was a tetrad on blood moons was in 1948 when Israel became a nation, and then 1967 when Israel recaptured Jerusalem. So think about that. This is more than coincidence, but be sure that you start excavating truth for yourself. I just encourage you to start learning about the sun and the moon, because it's a powerful way, because God is communicating to us in a way that man cannot deceive or manipulate us. And because you need to decide what you are thinking. You have to think critically to make decisions. Decision turns to action, because there are some big issues coming up here, you know, besides who you're going to vote for. That makes a big difference. But also, the vaccine is coming. What is your position on that? Are you trusting the government? Are you not trusting the government? But you need to choose. It's more complicated if you have children. So find out the truth for yourself. Don't be overwhelmed. Just remember that those that know their God will do great exploits. All right, family, have a peaceful Sabbath. Talk to you soon. Bye.